Hey y'all, welcome to the Grizz 270 channel. In this video, you're going to see me working on clearing up some maple trees and a Doug fir tree that come down in a storm here a month or so ago. We haven't had the weather to deal with getting on out there, but cleaning it on up. In future videos, hey, you know what? There's a beehive in the maple tree that's left up above that this one split off of. And I want to crawl up in there and reach in that beehive and see if I can get me some honey. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to see that happen. That could be pretty exciting. Anyway, stay tuned, and if you want to jump forward throughout this video, a lot of it is sped up 4 times the speed. But if you want to jump forward, hit and miss and stuff, it's just for people that like to see tractor work, etc. See a little bit of chainsaw cutting, and there's going to be more to coming. Hey, all this wood here is going to be milled up on my HarborFreight sawmill. Now, at this point of the game, there's a maple tree that was right about basically where I'm standing there, roughly somewhere back in there. And it was pretty old and rotted. And a friend of mine knocked it down with his excavator when he got his shed on out from down here. So that's the first maple tree that I'm getting on out of there. It was just kind of a little scrub maple. It wasn't much of anything, but hey, it was like maybe 14, 16 inches on the stump. I'll be able to get some boards on out of it. And on this part here of the project, there's a bunch of pin oak that I got down in Springfield from a friend of mine. They're cut, 3 foot, 30 inches long to 4 foot long. But I got a load of pin oak on in here. It's been down for 2 or 3 years. And so I'm trying to dig that out of the way and stuff, get it moved. The blackberries were growing over it and stuff. And one of them, I did take the chainsaw and I slabbed it on open to see what the pin oak would look like. It looked pretty dang good. I tried to video it, but for some reason that video didn't take. But I got some more slabbing that I want to be doing because these chunks are too big in diameter for them to fit on my sawmill. So most of them I've got to slab them on down in the first place just to be able to fit it on the sawmill. So I'll do a video showing that too, but that'll be coming up on another video. Now, I didn't notice this until about the end of this day. It's a little bit after this here. But right down there in between that minivan and that Chevy Blazer, there was an Ozark what little wagon, canvas wagon. And so here, let me show you what I found on it and what was in it. Y'all, that's mighty queersome. Found this down there by the old vehicles. I don't know if somebody was living in the cars. It didn't look like anybody been in there, but a bag of popcorn, white cheddar popcorn down there. In this wagon was a whole bunch of, and it looks like something to shoot on in there. Pepperoni pizza, some ripped open seltzer water. Yeah, orange vanilla seltzer. Gross. Yeah, and a bunch of rocks that they were collecting, probably tweezers. And a charger cord. I have no idea if the cord's any good. But anyway, those are not a bad one. A little wagon. I have no use for it. And there's a piece of paper in here. What's this? Do not return products to retail store. I don't even know what retail store. Anyway, I don't know. I might find somebody to give this thing to. I have no use for this around here. But anyway, hey, whoever left it there, well, they'll be surprised when they come back and find a gun, I guess. It's possible. It's very possible that somebody stole it from somebody down at the campgrounds and then dumped it there. I have no idea. And one of the situations I'm having with this tractor is one of the pins that hold the front bucket on. Well, There's a pin that holds the pin in place and keeps it from backing on out. And, well, lost that pin. I need to put a new pin on in there. But anyway, that pin keeps on working on out. And periodically I got to take a hammer or a rock and drive it back on in there. So that's what I'm doing here. Now I got to go to town here, and it's getting warm down here. But I'm working my way on in here, and there's a big hole right here that I don't want to drive the tractor on down in. You can see there's some maple trees down on in there, and a Doug fir. See the three trees that came on down there. That middle one is a Doug fir, split in between, right in between this maple tree. Down here, the top, at the bottom 20 foot of that maple is approximately 20 feet long. You can't see it in the blackberries. But, let's see here. See this maple shooting up right here? Pretty good sized maple. And you can see the bottom where it split off at the bottom of the maple, where that split on out. And there is a honeybee's nest still inside of that maple tree. So fortunately, the tree did come down. Well, it didn't take out the honeybee hive. Yes, I didn't catch it this year. Usually they go to swarming, splitting off. But that honey hive, you can see them swarming up around that knot up there. There's that knot up in the tree. Here, can you see that up there? Well, y'all, that's going to be it for this video. But stay tuned for some maple tree salvage that I'm doing in the future video, and also a nice shot of me reaching into that beehive and getting me some honey. Yum, yum. That should be exciting. So if you want to see that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and possibly ring the bell. Y'all come back now, you hear? Bye.